Okay. 2 hands for some people. Some people are really into this one, right? I remember one time in my life when I was particularly experiencing the fear of public speaking. I was 19 years old, standing in my freshman 101 public speaking class. And I'm about to give a speech, and the speech is on reading. And it's a pitch to get my fellow students to read more books. Start off my speech. Hi, I'm Ben, and I read books, and I don't know if you read books, but the reason I read books is because, and what came out of my mouth next was not actually inside my speech. It just kind of slipped out, right? I said, I read books, because I'm an alien. Now you laugh, but in that moment there was dead silence on that side of the room. And I don't know if you've ever had a moment like this when you say something and maybe it came out a little strange and you don't know whether to keep going and pretend you actually meant to say that. I kept going for 10 minutes. 10 minutes later I sit back down and I'm humiliated. And that's who I was as a public speaker. I did not have table topics, did not learn impromptu speaking, did not know how to put a speech together. And this was about 5 years ago. Now, one thing I'm very grateful for is the woman who came up after me to give a speech. She got up and the first question she asked the audience, later on after she'd been in Toastmasters for a couple of years. She says, how many of you would like to be a millionaire? People raise their hand, and the next thing I know, she's engaging everybody. I walk up to her at the end of the meeting, I say, how did you do that? And she told me about Toastmasters. There's been 2 aspects of Toastmasters that has made all the difference for me since I've joined. And if you take anything away from this speech today, it's these 2 points. Mentors and stage time. 2 elements of Toastmasters that make all the difference. Mentors and stage time. I'll start with mentors. When I joined Toastmasters, I found out that not just am I joining a club like this one, but I'm joining a whole network of speakers in the Massachusetts and Rhode Island area. One person who lived local to me was a professional speaker. And I went over his house, and he taught me some things I didn't know about public speaking. Some of the science of public speaking. He says, Ben, what do you think? When people are hearing you speak, are they paying most of their attention to what you say, like the words you're choosing, to your tone of voice, your vocal variety, or to what they see? I'm going to ask you the same question. When you're watching a speaker, where are you learning and where are you getting most of the information from? Is it
body language?
Body language. Okay. Body language for everyone? Mm-hmm. I said it's what they say. He says, no, it's not what they say. It's a whole lot of other factors. He had me do this exercise. I'll share it with you. He had me make a hand motion like this. Hold up your hand like this. Okay, so follow what I do. Follow what I say here. Everybody touch your chin. Okay. About 50% of you actually touch your chin. Of the 50%, when I told the audience, at least 25% of them had seen this before. So they knew who's coming. Right? He says people are not paying attention to what you say. They're paying attention to what they see. But he says, here's the part that you don't know. It's actually what you say that determines what they see. Because the words you choose are directly correlated and connected to your body language. He had me do an exercise. I'll share this one with you as well. He had me say the word powerful. Say that word, powerful. Powerful. Yeah. Bob was saying it like he was actually on stage. But if you say that word, there's a punch to that word. Powerful. I didn't think to myself, I'm about to say the word powerful. I'm going to go, right? There's a punch to that word, powerful. Here's another word for you, finical. Say the word finical. Finical. Now you all have credit. Here's a word that is really interesting as well, because this really highlights what I'm talking about. It's the word electrify. Now, I don't know about you, but when I say the word electrify, my hand opens up. My eyes open wide. Electrify. He says that's the point. The words you choose determines your body language, and that's what the audience gets from your speech. So the next time you're writing your next speech, pay attention to the words you're choosing, because that's going to determine your body language and what the audience actually sees from your speech. That's part of the science of public speaking that you learn in Toastmasters. You learn from masters, people who've studied this for a long time, and people who have the ability to mentor you and teach you some of the science and mechanics of public speaking. So that's the first point, mentors. The second one is stage time. Now, I don't know if you've ever been in a meeting or at a party and they're going about the room and they're one person at a time, or asked a question, or maybe your employer or person leading the meeting puts you on the spot. For many people, it's nerve-wracking. And oftentimes, we don't stand up to speak in situations like that. You know, we doubt ourselves. I don't know what to say. I haven't practiced this before. If I say something out loud, am I going to look stupid? Do I really want to step up and say something? Are they going to take me seriously? I look like I'm 16 after all, you know? Are they going to take me seriously? Like, I don't know what the thought is for you, but almost everybody has a thought that holds them back. In Toastmasters, you gain the stage time to really perfect your craft of public speaking, both your message and also your confidence that no matter what is asked of you, you're going to be able to complete the speech at the end of the day. And that's what makes the biggest difference. Now, this was 5 years ago when I joined Toastmasters, and I've sought out mentors, and I've had a lot of stage time. Now, 4 years ago, when someone asked me, what do you do for work, what do you do with your time, my joke was, right, I used to say, what do I do for work? I'm a stay-at-home son. Don't knock it. That's some of the most important work out there. Because I was a full-time student, I was overwhelmed, and no one really saw me as a leader, so I worked really hard at things just to kind of get by. And today, you know, both inside my job, in Toastmasters, in leadership organizations that I'm a part of outside of Toastmasters, people come see me and speak with me when there's a leadership opportunity. Toastmasters' new model is Toastmasters, where leaders are made. Because if you think about a leader, it's someone who has exceptional communication skill, to be able to share a vision with someone else, so that they take it on and produce results out of that. And Toastmasters has made that difference for me. So from 4 years, it can take a stay-at-home son to having a completely new career and confidence in public speaking. If you take advantage of that stage time and that mentors as well, just imagine what is possible for you. Thank you very much. I'm going to turn everything over to your club president.